quickly do The Carer, which is a comic drama that was shot in the UK with a largely British cast. It was directed by a Hungarian filmmaker called János Edlenyi, and made also by a largely Hungarian crew. So you have this, I mean, in a way, it's this piece of cinema do Brexit, which shows people kind of cooperating over national boundaries. Brian Cox stars in it as Sir Michael Gifford, who's this venerable Shakespearean actor who's battling late-stage Parkinson's, the condition that's made him incredibly short-tempered and exasperated easily. Not that he ever seemed to be like sunbeams and puppies to begin with. His daughter, played by Emilia Fox, wants to hire the latest in a long string of carers to look after him at home. So she hires this Hungarian girl called Dorottya, who's played by... she's in the film, she's an aspiring actress. She's played by an actress who I think has got done a lot of stage work in the past, Coco Koenig, but has not appeared in films before. And basically, this young woman's feisty Central European moxie is exactly the tonic that Sir Michael needed. And here we can hear a moment where they first meet and she's hauling him out of a rose bush.
When you've quite finished gawping, would you please be so kind as to get me out of this suppurating rose bush? I feel like Buster Keaton on a bad day. Who are you?
I'm Dorottya.
I didn't ask your name, I asked who you are. What are you doing in my garden?
I'm your new career.
You're my new career?
Yes.
Now, that's a depressing thought. What did you say your name was again? Dordogne, Torino, Burrito?
Dorottya.
You're a scrawny little thing.
I pulled you up, didn't I?
Not very pretty.
Well,
Actually, you look like a girl I used to fancy in nursery, which you look as if you're still attending. And don't say I look like someone. I'm too famous to look like anyone else. Other people look like me, if they're lucky.
So I mean, you can see what's being set up here. She is going to carry the torch of a passion and talent for acting forward to the next generation. And basically these two sort of club around together, quoting Shakespeare at incredibly frustrating length at one another, just in order to kind of prove that they're both great actors. I mean, look, this is kind of in the tradition of a French film called, it was released over here as Untouchable with Francois Cluzet and Omar Sy a few years ago. And I think in France it was Les Intouchables. About, again, you have a rich person being pushed around by an immigrant in the wheelchair, and they start out not getting on, and then they start getting on. This film does not develop that idea anywhere at all beyond the most rudimentary basics of it. I mean, it was co-written by Gilbert Adair, this novelist who wrote The Dreamers for Bertolucci, and, you know, a wonderful, wonderful writer and a great critic. He must have written this on, I mean, the offest of off days. It is a totally bare bones exercise, and I have to say, not particularly interesting, not particularly engaging, and, you know, something to just move on from for all concerned.